Let me show you exactly who I am to you. Shen Yuchu. I, Chen Mo, am your husband. And then he moved like a predator, lunged and bit down hard on my lip. Husband? God, that word hit different. But he was literally about to hand me divorce papers. He was going to marry Lin Huaji. They spent 3 whole days and nights together. 10 rounds a night. He was probably just with her before coming here. He's not my husband. He's Lin Huaji's husband. The more I thought about it, the more it stung. I pushed against him with everything I had. The harder I pushed, the worse he got. Like he was trying to destroy me. Until I had nothing left to fight back with. Chen Mo, you bastard, you're not even human! I just kept going at him, non-stop. Even when it started to feel good. I was still cursing him out the whole time. I don't know if it was the emotional overload, but suddenly my stomach cramped up bad. When he pinned me down one more time, my whole body gave a small shudder. And then I just collapsed onto the bed. Still, Shen Yuchu. I could feel that I was bleeding. Right as I blacked out, I heard it. The panic in his voice. I almost wanted to laugh. This guy wanted nothing more than for me. His beautiful little freak made to drop dead already. So why would he panic over me passing out? When I went under, it was just getting dark outside. When I came to, the sun was already high in the sky. The bed curtains were drawn shut. But they were thin, zero soundproofing. I could hear everything going on outside clear as day. Why hasn't she woken up yet? Then came the royal physician, voice shaking, clearly terrified. Your Highness, Miss Shen's constitution has always been rather fragile. She's also showing early signs of a miscarriage. That's why she's been unconscious for so long. Early signs of a miscarriage? I let out a quiet sigh of relief. My little bean was still hanging in there. But seconds later, my heart shot right back up into my throat. Chen Mo now knew I was pregnant. My little bean was so done for. I was so worked up I slapped the bed without thinking. Chen Mo heard the noise and pulled back the curtain, sitting down right beside me. I casually scooted toward the wall. Pure denial, but it made me feel a little safer. I knew if I hadn't woken up, Chen Mo would have been about to have the physician force an abortion on me. But I woke up just in time, stopped the conversation dead in its tracks. Chen Mo gripped my hand tight. Still hurting? My eyes darted around. What's the right answer here, yes or no? Honestly, I was already feeling pretty okay. But he hates me. If I say it hurts, that's exactly what would make him feel good. I bit my lip lightly. Yeah, it hurts. But I was scared he'd force the abortion meds on me, so I quickly added, don't worry. I'm not going to use this baby to guilt you into anything. Just let me go home. Once I'm there, I'll take the herbs myself. Obviously, I wanted my little bean to grow up safe and healthy. There was no way I was actually taking those herbs. I just needed Chen Mo to back off. Ha! You really don't want these 2 kids at all, huh? 2? I was floored. Twins. I was carrying twins. There was absolutely no way I was letting Chen Mo take them out. I nodded like crazy. Don't want them. Would rather die than keep them. You can rest easy. I'll drink 2 full bowls. Both of them gone without a trace. I sneaked a glance over. The imperial physicians were all standing at attention nearby. I was terrified they'd start brewing the abortion medicine right then and there. They didn't prescribe anything, thank God. But for some reason, they were all visibly shaking. Every single one of them. Shen Yuchu, you've got some nerve. Chen Mo was pissed. He flicked his sleeve and walked out. I figured he was annoyed I'd only offered 2 bowls instead of more. I scrambled to prove my loyalty. But honestly, I was kicking myself for last night. If I hadn't passed out, Chen Mo never would have found out about the twins. And none of this abortion talk would have even started. But no matter what, I had to protect these 2 little ones inside me. Chen Mo went MIA again. Days passed. Nothing. The maid said he just wasn't coming to the bedroom anymore. He and Lin Huaji were having a grand old time in his study. I never expected the Emperor and Empress to want to see me. Before Chen Mo became Crown Prince, the highest ranking official I'd ever met was just the local magistrate. And now I had to stand in front of the Emperor and Empress. Yeah, I was freaking out. And I was pretty sure they were about to sentence me for my crimes. Everyone across the great Zhou dynasty knew the love story of the Emperor and Empress. The Emperor was the dynasty's founding ruler. The Empress was the woman he married when he had nothing, and they were devoted to each other for life. Chen Mo got separated from them during a war when he was 6. The Empress's body took serious damage giving birth to Chen Mo. She could never get pregnant again. After the Emperor took the throne, his ministers kept pushing him to expand the imperial harem. The dynasty needed heirs, but the Emperor put loyalty above everything. One life, one love. That was it. He loved the Empress that much. So obviously Chen Mo, the son he thought he'd lost forever. This crown prince he got back against all odds, meant the world to him. And then here I was, his beautiful little freak, who spent 2 years tormenting and humiliating Chen Mo. Of course they were going to have me executed. I'd heard death by 1,000 cuts meant literally over 1,000 slices. I was terrified. But if I didn't show up, my mom and brother might get sentenced too. So I took a deep breath and walked into that palace. The palace was massive, grand and heavy, but not overdone. The beauty everywhere had me wanting to look around, but I didn't dare let my eyes wander. I was scared one wrong move would just add to my list of crimes. And get me a few extra cuts in the sentence. The Emperor and Empress were so much warmer than I expected. The Emperor was just 40, handsome and commanding, honestly on par with my dad. Posture straight as an arrow, but he looked about 30, maybe less. The Empress was stunning. Breathtaking, honestly. Didn't look like Chen Mo's mom at all. More like his older sister. I greet your majesty and your imperial highness. I didn't dare stare at them for too long. I just kept my head down waiting for my fate. Get up. The Empress actually stood up herself and pulled me off the floor. Let me get a good look at you. I was shocked. And then immediately terrified again. Was she sizing me up to figure out how many cuts I deserved? I was spiraling. And then I heard the Empress's voice. Soft. Warm. What a pretty girl. Little Mo doesn't deserve her. I heard that when Little Mo was 9, he nearly froze and starved to death. And you saved him? I stared at the Empress, completely thrown off. Her whole attitude toward me was nothing like what I'd imagined. Shouldn't she be disgusted by me? The freak who tortured her son? Why was she complimenting my looks? And I didn't even really save Chen Mo. When he was 9, sure, he passed out from hunger right outside my front gate. I gave him a pill, then a piece of candy. He woke up. My gold leaves were weighing me down anyway, so I tossed him a pouch of them. He didn't want to leave, so I let him stay and work in my stables. The world had never been that peaceful, if I'm honest. Warlords and bandits had been tearing through towns for years. Ordinary people always took the worst of it. I had seen so many people with nowhere to go. The gold leaves I'd handed out to strangers, barely clinging to life. I'd long since lost count of how many times I'd done that. It never felt like saving anyone's life to me.